The United States is the superpower of the world. It got to that position with time. Time to build its economy, time to build its military, and an opportunity to settle global affairs. There are many countries on the rise that have the size, resources, and ability to compete with the United States for this superposition in the world's eyes, and China is leading this ascension. We will discuss what a superpower is, and whether China will or will not be able to rise to that position. In order to classify whether China will be a superpower, we need to define what a superpower is, or rather how it is understood. When looked up in several online dictionaries, the common definition defines a superpower as a large, powerful nation that has a strong economy, can influence other countries, and a strong military. When approaching the subject of China and its future with this definition in mind, we believe China will be the next great superpower.
The Chinese economy is booming. China is head and shoulders above the other growing global economies. In this picture, it shows the growth of GDP from 1970 to predicted 2050. The cyan blue color is the United States, the red is China, forest green, India, yellow, Japan, and olive green is Brazil. This study was conducted by Joe Swainson out of Camberwell College in London. It shows China passing the United States by 2050, pushing the US to 2, India to 3, Japan to 4, and Brazil to the 5th spot. The GDP in China will continue to grow as China's economic growth continues to spread to the lower classes. If China does ever get as powerful as the US, the United States will look lesser with its insurmountable debt, much of which is owed to China.
China's influence in the world is also becoming stronger. In 2001, China took Taiwan's place on the World Trade Organization. In 2009, the US and China introduced the Strategic and Economic Dialogue to promote bilateral understanding, discuss differences, improve mutual trust, and increase cooperation. This has produced benefits for both countries through a wide range of joint projects and initiatives. It has also expanded avenues for addressing common regional and global challenges, such as proliferation concerns in Iran and North Korea, the conflict between Sudan and South Sudan, and climate change. As China's world influence and economy continue to grow, so will its military. In September 2012, China commissioned its first aircraft carrier, with plans to build more in the near future. China has also agreed to purchase 24 fighter jets and 4 submarines from Russia. Though China does not have the need for a large military now, it has the financial resources and manpower to build up and expand its military to easily exceed any other country's forces. And although it may not choose to do so quickly, it will inevitably grow.
China's imminent rise to power will be determined by something called the Needham paradox. For much of China's infamous history, this paradox is exactly what has been happening. Like under the rule of Mao Zedong in many ancient dynasties, the central government controlled much of the power that it in return passed on to the local lesser governments. When a local group or government became what the central government viewed as threatening because of its size or influence, the central government would clear them out so they remained at the head. If China is to grow, the central government must let it. This is the Needham paradox. Lately, China has allowed local businesses to flourish. If this pattern continues, China may be able to keep this growth going at such a strong rate.
So, to recap, a superpower depends on its size, economy, military, and influence. If any country were to rise to the title of superpower, China is next in line. The economy is growing so fast. China is putting its voice out there as a global influence. The military is weak, but with a large influx of money coming in, that is liable to change. China is on the rise and will become the next great superpower.